Now, all of AMC's data, just like back in June of 2021, is reaching all-time highs, if not very, very close. See, the data is, if not the same, higher than it was before we ripped to $77 back in June. Now, it might be tough to figure out where AMC is going to go because on the 45-minute time frame, it's been making higher highs and higher lows, but we've seen AMC do this time and time again before selling off even further. There's a spot I was looking at, a retracement back to around $4.50, or a major gap up, right? Or a decent gap up. Keep in mind, AMC likes to do this. It did it back here, and it broke fast to the downside after getting that retest. This looks like where we could potentially be, so I want you to keep that in mind. However, there is other factors at play, just like the data that we talked about. But again, you see it right here, higher highs and higher lows before getting smacked back down and making that next rip, right? Even if it does rip, it usually has a retracement to shake some paper hands out of the play. You see it time and time again. Now, something I want you to pay attention to. XRP, Ethereum Classic, the ones that track AMC's chart perfectly, or AMC tracks their chart perfectly, vice versa, they are holding their levels, if not ripping even higher. So I want you to keep that in mind, as if XRP rips or Ethereum Classic rips, usually AMC rips right after, or if AMC rips, both of these rip soon after. Just pay attention to that. XRP is holding its levels as well as Ethereum Classic. Plus, we have all of the data reaching new all-time highs. Now, we've seen glitches time and time again over the past couple of weeks on certain platforms and certain websites, and finally StockTwits has caught the glitch. 131 billion for a market cap for Ape and 471.57 billion for a market cap for AMC. Now, Investor Turf tweeted this about the AMC Allegheny lawsuit, which is very interesting. They go, "Hey everyone, we've been receiving a lot of questions regarding the recent lawsuit filed by a pension company against a movie theater company. While we cannot comment on the specifics of the case, we do want to point out that the individuals behind the suit have a history of filing frivolous lawsuits. We know that Wall Street is no stranger to using such tactics to delay company events, so take that as you will. Thank you for your understanding." So basically, they can't speak on legalities, of course, of this case. They definitely don't want to get brought in or get sued based off of what they say, but basically they say Allegheny is known for creating and filing frivolous lawsuits that basically don't hold up, and on top of that, Wall Street uses these tactics time and time again to delay company events, which is basically what they're doing going forward. Do you guys think the faster this gets done, the faster AMC squeezes, or do you think if this doesn't get done, AMC squeezes? You guys let me know in the comments down below, because a lot of retail voted no, a lot of retail voted yes. However, for the ones that voted no, it looks like Wall Street is on the side to where they're trying to delay the yes vote, delay the conversion, delay the reverse split as hard as they can. Just a little addition, 77% of Hycroft Mining, HYMC, is now owned by retail. I assume that is legitimately all AMC shareholders, so if you guys do own that, congrats to you. Touching on some Ortex numbers before we get into GameStop, 25.12% short interest with utilization still maxed out, but these shares on loan is reaching basically all-time highs at 200.78 million. You guys need to pay attention to that, and the cost to borrow average sitting at 429%, max at 435, and the minimum at 398. So not one short seller is paying basically less than 4 times their position just to borrow shares currently against AMC. 5.68% short interest for Ape, utilization at 77%, and the cost to borrow sitting right around 8%. Touching on GameStop real quick, there's not much to talk about. It's flagging out. It's looking for a breakout to the upside or the downside. I'm betting that it breaks below this $22 level. Seeing we got 3 retests off of it, maybe we get another bounce, come back up and retest $23 before getting that smack back to the downside. But essentially, the cycle up here is playing basically to a T of what GameStop is doing right now. You know, you had this play out back here, and then the earnings, it played exactly the way it should have played based on the algorithms and the shorts and what they want to do to this stock. However, we've seen some interesting GameStop numbers over the past few days rising, so I definitely think AMC and GameStop are in a weird spot. I don't want to give false hope, but they are in a weird spot where things are changing. Data is changing. Charts are changing, so I want you to keep that in the back of your head. But you guys let me know how you're playing GameStop down below. I know some of us in Discord have temporary puts on it for that break to the downside and get that gap fill around $18.50. Real quick, guys, speaking of the Discord, make sure to join. The link is under the video, and if you want free level 2 order book data, 17 free stocks, access to trading options, going long, going short, just sign up for Moo using my link and make a deposit. That link will be under the video as well. So guys, remember, brokers don't care about you. As Interactive Brokers decided to change their terms of service service to allow certain cash account shares to be lent out without permission. Make sure your account is not allowing shares to be lent out without your permission. Now, Matt posted this on Twitter, a very reliable source who does a lot of due diligence. Make sure to go follow him on Twitter. I am currently exploring the intriguing possibility that over-the-counter OTC derivatives linked to AMC and GameStop stocks may possess the same voting rights and dividend privileges as actual shares on a one-to-one basis after an initial analysis. Moving on, something big is lurking in Wall Street's dark pools. Now, guys, take a look at Gary Gensler when he was appointed and how high dark pool trading has become compared to the public exchanges. Dark pool trading skyrocketed to all-time highs since he was appointed and has been climbing even higher. Now, could this be because this is the same exact time where retail jumped on AMC and GameStop and basically trapped all of these major players, major institutions, and this is exactly where they trade? Or could this be because Gary Gensler is helping them out, or could it be both? You let me know what you think in the comments down below. The S&P 500 is officially back in bull territory where it was trading in this ascending parallel channel. We broke back into it, trading at 406.85, up 0.78% on the day, and many things caused this. I'm going to talk about that in 1 second, but basically the SPY is looking strong. I'm not gonna lie, it did not break over this overall trend line that we have. It is still not technically valid to play this thing to the upside. I assume we get a rejection around 408, but at least come back down and retest 404. I think 404 does need another retest for the S&P 500, and honestly, this thing just has been ripping. I think it needs a cool off at some point, even if that's a retracement back down to 400, and I just don't see the economy looking strong right now. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you playing the SPY to the up or the downside? Are you bullish or bearish? Drop a bull or bear in the comments. Now, this affected it as US PCE price inflation slowed in February. Core rate matched the 15-month low. Moving on, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa just announced that they are developing a new currency. This comes after the Brazil and China agreed to use the Chinese yuan in transactions. A new currency may be backed by commodities. People are sick of inflation and instability. I believe their proposals will come out in August of this year. Plus, a servant's announcement for scheduled nationwide system maintenance for the Bank of China in Malaysia will undertake a scheduled nationwide system maintenance exercise, and the following service will not be available. Where are they moving money, guys, or does this have to do with the currency change? Now, the total banks in the US by year have been decreasing since 1920. 31,000, 26, 13, 13, 13, 13, 14, 12, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, and the exact number today, right around 4,200. Just expect the decline for 2023 to come down to maybe even 2,000 plus. This is absolutely nuts. Plus, a huge spike in US bond and credit default swap. It's not on some dying company. It's the default swap coverage for the US government sovereign 1-year bond reaching an all-time high. You buy these as insurance if you think something can default on a payment. Moving on, before we close out the video, prices for virtual land are down 90% from a year ago as Disney has killed its metaverse division and fired all of its employees following this news. And Italy blocks ChatGPT over privacy concerns. The last question to you guys is, where do you think we are on this chart? You let me know in the comments down below. This is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.